Shut up, Piggy. Shut up, Piggy. What are you, stupid or something? Are you a stupid person? No, but you motherfucking are Donald Trump. Holy fuck. What is up? This is Yvonne again. Just come and give my hot takes and such. A little cunty drink. And a little bit of juicy juice. So it might get a little spicy if you know what I'm saying. It's on the chopping block. People who drive cop cars, as in Ford Explorers, Chevy Tahoe, Suburbans, Ford Tauruses, any of that shit. Chargers too, especially at fucking night. Oh my god, I hate you people. One, why do I see so many white Explorers with like the little cop light on the side and like guardrails and all this shit with the rear fucking like fake ass vents on the windows? What the fuck are you people doing? Like, did you just get that car from like a cop that retired or something? Why are you driving that car? Fuck you for that. You drive any type of Ford, Chevy, Dodge, anything American. It might just be fuck you. You should have been driving a Honda or Toyota, just or Mazda or Subaru, any of that shit. I just have a problem with all types of law enforcement. Like, I probably shouldn't, because, you know, to some degree we need them, but I just feel like they have too much power. They have too much impunity. Like, these motherfuckers will go 50 and a 35, but then you can't pull out your own lights and stop them, you know? Citizens arrest type beat. You know, I don't know. I just do not like cops. Yeah. Next up on the chopping block, the concept of insurance and just mandatory paywalls in everyday life. Why the fuck do we have insurance? Why do I pay, let's just say on average, $250 a month for like a piece of shit, and you know, not something nice, whatever the fuck, just because I'm younger, because I'm a male, even though I'm a fucking woman at the end of the day, you know. Why the fuck is that shit so expensive? And then on top of that, why is it that whenever you do need that insurance, these motherfuckers will skimp out? It's like, why even pay that shit? And why is this like federally mandated, you know? Little juice break. Magic. Make a liquid disappear. It's all good in the hood. Hand. Same shit goes for medical insurance. Like, that's, you know, why do we have Luigi Mangioni's around? You know, like, it's, people will be like, oh, you don't need to do that. Why did this happen? Why do people condone this? Why do people celebrate this shit? It's like, bitch, like, I think people are just too wealthy for their own good. I don't even know who I'm talking about. Just fuck medical insurance in general. Just like, health should just be a human right. It's just a human right. You don't need to pay all that shit. If I was naive, is because I am. I was just born yesterday. Nah, but same shit with debt. Like, what do you mean debt? That's just modern day slavery. We're all slaves, really. If you go clock into a job, guess what? You're probably getting underpaid. Even if you're a fucking doctor making like 20, 30, 50, 40, $100 an hour, guess what? You're still being underpaid. Because profit is what holds us back as a society. Imagine life if instead of, you know, there being CEOs that are like, oh, let's try to make as much profit for investors and for myself so I can pocket it and keep exploiting people. No, how about whatever fucking money that organization, let's not even call them corporations, because corporations are greed driven. If any organization had a big sum of money, like, that money should just be used by or for the betterment of just people in general. Like, if anything, that's what money should be used for. If we were focused on actually being good to people and furthering and advancing society, we wouldn't have money. We would just be working towards goals. I probably sound so stupid, but I don't give a fuck. Disagree with me in the comments. And for another juice break. I hope no kids are watching this. Do not imitate me. Even if you're 100 years old, don't imitate me. Say, based off the things that I've said and the things that I've done and just this first video I posted and now this, I don't think I'll ever get monetized. That's alright, because obviously I don't give a fuck about the money. I'm not doing it for the money. I don't know. I would like an audience. I don't think I want an audience. I want a community. And that's what I'm just trying to foster, so I'll just keep talking. Chopping block. War. War. War never changes. And apparently so doesn't humanity doesn't either. The whole just military topic that I wanted to talk about too with war. Because it's like, why the fuck do we even have like wars in general? Like obviously it's because wealthy people just profit off that shit. It's, you know, just all the war machine and all that. But it's like, why? Like, I feel like war should just be something that we read about in history books about, you know, past conflicts and all that, and like we use that as a lesson of things not to repeat and just behaviors to avoid. But no, we're always going to be humans, so I think it's just human nature to be violent and hateful and dominant and just wanting to be a conqueror. I don't know. Something I've always kind of felt conflicted about, just like having as an opinion, you know, like military personnel and veterans. Like, at the end of the day, I can wholly respect and appreciate the fact that someone essentially signed their life away to, you know, protect my peace, this, that, and the other. But it's like, what are they really doing? What is protecting our peace really? Like, historically, we've gone and invaded other people in other countries and other places. Who the fuck has tried to come into the U.S. and do anything? Obviously, because we're such a dominant military power, we're like, who's really gonna try that? But it's like, it's always such a fucking lie when they say, like, oh, people fight for our peace, this, that, and the other. It's like, no, all we do is go and destroy peace elsewhere in the guise of, oh, protecting our peace. It's so obvious that if I were to put this in like Star Wars analogy, like the United States of America as a country as it is and has been historically, they would be the Empire in the movies, like 100%. You know, I've always wondered in Star Wars, like, we saw Episode 3, we saw how, you know, the dark side and the Empire and the Sith came into power. Obviously, we saw that. But it's like, when they reached that power, who the fuck was in support of that at the end of the day, you know? Like, was it all lies and propaganda, like it is right now, literally? You know, like, are they building a Death Star at the core of fucking Earth? Are we gonna be like that planet in Force Awakens? Jakku? That's not the name of the planet. You know, racially specific, but I feel like there's just too many white males that like Star Wars, but like will go out and vote for Trump and like support fascism and all this other bullshit. It's like media literacy literally is dead. Like, do you realize that if anything, we should be the fucking rebelling against this empire? Isn't that more punk rock than literally fucking voting for Trump or being a conservative? Like, what the fuck? Are Americans so gung-ho and so supremacist and they just think they're the best thing on earth? The other day I was at a Wendy's and like I don't like fat shaming people. I don't care if anyone's fat. Like, as long as you are okay with yourself, you know, that's you. Who cares? That does not affect me in any way. But like sometimes I just look at people and I'm like, how the fuck can we say that we're the best country on earth? We got guns, we kill everybody, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, motherfucker, could you even run down the street and come back without like having a heart attack? Like, you just ate 2 fucking Big Macs at Wendy's. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Over here sitting at a Subway eating Wendy's and shit. Like, goddamn. Really insensitive, and I hope it didn't, but I'm really just talking more about the men. Because it just, I don't know. I just hate people who think they're so much better, but it's like, could you even walk and like still breathe? Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. This is fucking crazy. Ain't crazy, but it's time for another juice break. Does anyone like Sleep Token? Holy fuck. If I could fuck any man on earth, it would be Vesely. Literally. While he sings to me. Oh my god. Topics, but me personally, I've actually how many months is it going now? I think probably like 8-9 months that I've been on HRT. I'm so proud of myself for that because I really thought that at one point I was never even going to reach that stage, you know? And I mean, you look at me, you might not be able to tell just based off my face. But if I show you this body, whew, that's a different story. But, yeah, like, I'm so far into this shit, I would read a lot and hear from a lot of other trans women that, you start taking estrogen and all that, and suddenly their sexuality would just start changing. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy, would that happen to me? And while I would say I'm not, like, specifically only attracted to men, I don't know, as of late, I've just been looking at dudes, and I'm like, wow, he's kind of cute. Maybe I want to get my back broken, you know? Time, like, I just see some girls, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I want to be you, and I also want to be with you. Topic of transgenderism, as people call it. I want to talk about the concept of passing, what any trans person kind of has to deal with, in a sense. Not everyone, but, it is like a thing that's an idea that, trans people will kind of face with. Because obviously, speaking male to female, female to male trans people, stereotypically speaking, people think, oh, okay, you're going to transition from one gender to the other. You want to pass as that gender. You want everyone to view you as that, not have anyone misgender you, this, that, and all that. Yeah, passing is a privilege, one. Two, there are many cisgender women who get misgendered, mistaken for being a trans person or just being a man. Like, everyone is different. Everyone exists on a spectrum. Even if you're a cis person, you might be more cis than someone else, Like, I don't know if it really works like that, but everyone is on a spectrum, Like, life and experience is a fucking spectrum. Everyone falls somewhere differently, Wherever you fall, it should not be something that is something you have to face discrimination over, if you know what I mean. I've been transitioning. So really, I've known that I was trans since, like, realistically, I should have known since I was like 18, when I literally wanted to start wearing girls' clothes and, like, not have anything to do with being a man. But I repressed myself. And later on, not even a couple years down the line, I'm like, damn, this is really not working. I'm just more miserable than I ever was. This topic because, holy crap, I probably in my lifetime, I mean, apart from, like, people that I'm close with and know that I'm trans and are, like, respectful towards me, by, like, strangers or just anyone else, have been gendered to my, actual identity and preference maybe twice in my life. Once was not that long ago. It was through a Ring camera because I do delivery. I guess I had my hair up in a ponytail and I was kind of, like, barefaced and all that. And I guess the person in the camera saw me and they were like, oh, man, could you, put the packages over here? Or, like, I think they were asking me to take something. I was there. And when I heard ma'am, oh, my God. Literally, it's like my heart just, like, skipped a beat. Like, it was an experience unlike anything ever. Literally, like, it was the one thing that I craved so much in life. I got it from a random stranger, like, that one time. And then I think before that, maybe I got ma'amed, like, once, randomly. But, like, other than that, 98.9% of the time, I get served. I get manned like a motherfucker. Like, literally, another time, too. I say this because one time I delivered some packages to, like, an area, and there were some kids off in the distance, mind you. Like, imagine you saw me in the distance, like this, this hair, this little waist or whatever, and you still go, thank you, sir, from, like, 100 yards away. If I cannot get ma'amed from that far away, I cannot pass. Like, just simply put, I feel like that's fucking bananas, isn't it? You watching, you might be like, oh, well, you're not even trying to put any effort into your presentation. You're not trying to be more feminine, this, that, and the other. And it's like, that's why I bring up the concept of passing, because it's like, your brand of femininity and like being a woman is so fucking narrow that it's like, fuck you. Like, I don't want that. I want to grab that viewpoint and just fucking chuck that shit over there. Cause fuck you. That's why. I am a woman. I don't give a fuck what you think of me, what you see me as. That doesn't change the fact that I am a woman. I'm proud in that fact, in that identity. Maybe I'm not the most stereotypically feminine person, but it's like, how many fucking butch lesbians, mask lesbians, just general cis women aren't like the most traditionally stereotypically feminine? That does not detract from their femininity, you know? Like, I could see a fucking a person on the side of the road with a beard, and like, if they identify as a woman, guess what? That's a fucking woman. Because a woman, Matt Walsh, is someone who simply identifies as such. Because guess what? You would not be a woman claiming you're a woman. Like, who the fuck does that? It's just like, it's not happening. A little sentence that I just said, but it's alright. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. You know, like, if someone is like, I am a woman, guess what? Just accept the fact that they're a woman. Like, you don't have to like them. You don't have to be attracted to them. That person's identity is just as valid. You know? Like, someone's identity is not dependent on what you think, you know? Someone's identity is dependent on what the fuck they think of themselves. Wow, I know, crazy concepts. You know, I'm tired of people being like, "Are you sure you're trans? Are you sure? Maybe you might change your mind." Bitch, I'm 25. Like, do you think, like, I'm old enough to know what the fuck I am? Like, I'm not a teenager going through a phase. And even if I was a teenager, I'm still fucking valid. You know, I'm just as valid. Self-autonomy is the best autonomy. I'm sorry if I come off so angry when just talking about being trans. I have a mother that doesn't even acknowledge me as trans. Literally not that long ago, I had my uncle that I'm not even that close with. I've never been emotionally or personally close with. I stayed over at his place in Orlando because I wanted to go to a concert and I just wanted to be in town so I didn't have to deal with the drive up there the day of. This motherfucker that same night decided to be a fucking cockwad and decided to confront me. Confront me about, oh, you're trans. He's a Puerto Rican man. Like, if you want me to be quote by quote on what he said, he was like, oh, un caballo no se mete con un caballo. It's like, bitch, if I want to go fuck a horse, I'll go fuck a horse. Pause. Seriously, it's like some people talk so confident about something that they're so fucking ignorant about. Like, one thing he would talk or would mention is like, oh, you guys got your rights. It's like, what fucking rights? Like, we got basic human rights? We don't even have that in most states. We can't even... I don't know. That particularly pissed me off was the fact that, I guess they're like my niece and nephew. I really am not even close to any type of family. His grandkids, my niece and nephew, I guess. He was like, oh, si yo los traigo por aquí y te van a ti así. Like, saying as if our around them being trans, it's gonna rub off on them. Bitch, I hope the fuck it does. Because guess what? That motherfucker would probably be happier. That's crazy. Seriously, like, isn't it the craziest thing for a family member to tell you that, essentially, like, I don't want you around my kids or your niece and nephew because you might rub off on them? It's like, being trans is not a disease. Being gay is not a disease. Just like being cis is not a disease. It's simply an identity, a sexual orientation, if you will. I guess I know where I won't be going for Christmas anytime soon. Oh, shit. Yeah, I needed a juice break. That shit was stressing me the fuck out. Just thinking about that. Literally, that same night, I was so, like, off, like, bro, I literally had just smoked, like, out of my bong twice. So I'm like, I'm stoned. I was playing my Switch. I was chilling. And then this motherfucker decided to throw that shit at me. I was like, huh? What the fuck? Like, I don't want to talk about being trans right now, H. I'm fucking geeked out my mind over here playing Scott Pilgrim on the Switch. Like, leave me the fuck alone, okay? And on top of that, I was so caught off guard and uncomfortable with that situation that I was like, I don't want to talk about this. I'm leaving. As I'm leaving, he's like, si tú te vas, te voy a romper la fucking cara. Basically threatening violence against me. And mind you, I'm not scared of him. I will fight anybody. I don't give a fuck if you're 20 feet tall, if you're the size of my fucking pinky. Bitch, I'll fight you. I don't give a fuck if I lose or not. I'm going to fight you. I've never been in a fight in my life, but I'm going to fight you. I didn't want to fight this man that night because it's like, I don't want to whoop your ass in front of my grandma. 1. 2, I don't want to have a fight with a family member. 2, did I already say 2? Whatever. 3, what the fuck? Like, why are you, like, is that a mature thing to do? If someone is uncomfortable with the conversation and be like, I don't want to talk about this, I'm leaving. That's totally valid. Let them fucking leave. Don't threaten to fucking hit them in the face, you know? Holy fuck, man. Ah. I think I'm just gonna end that topic there because it's kind of depressing to think about. Like, oh my god. I don't know. A lot of people say being trans, oh, you're taking the easy way out. It's like, bitch, try being trans. Like, if I could not be trans, like, I've had this thought. I was born a male, but I'm a woman. If I were to be born again as a male, I would still be a fucking transgender woman. That's how certain I am that I am a woman. I'm just born in a male's body. I have a male voice, all that, whatever. But the fuck, I am still a woman. On the inside, like, I know what the fuck I am. I know how I perceive life, how I express myself. I know what I am, okay? Like, my existence is not up for debate. I just am. I simply am. Thank you. You are fucking valid if you're a trans person. Fuck all these other people. Honestly, I'm gonna treat these videos like I treat life. I just go with the flow. Wherever my brain takes me, that's where I end up. Maybe that's a bad thing, maybe that's a good thing. I don't care. I simply am. Thank you. Oh god. Oh my god. I guess it's time for the home stretch. I don't know how long this video is gonna end up being, but does anyone, if anyone's watching this, anyone, literally anyone, does anyone remember I think it's pronounced Die Fantasy music video, DYE Fantasy? That is such a banger song. It's always on my Spotify playlist. That's something I should probably link, if anyone's even watching. But if anyone remembers that music video, oh my god, that music video changed. There's so many things that changed my life, but that is one of those things. It's the music video where, like, it's kind of anime styled. Some kids kind of, like, break into, like, a pool after hours. I think it's, like, maybe a group of fucking 3, 4, 5 kids. Like, they're there kind of just to, be teenagers, do whatever the fuck, trying to fuck this and the other. And there's, like, one girl that's kind of by herself. And for some reason, the kids start, like, one of them transforms into, like, a fucking alien worm thing from, like, the thing, Dead Space type beat. Just, like, kills the other. I don't remember what the fuck else happens, but at the end, there's, like, one girl, and she, like, dives into the pool, and then she goes somewhere else, or, like, sees something that just, like, fucking blasts her eyes away. And I remember just, like, trying to do a lot of research on that video. A lot of people would be like, oh, it's kind of like a metaphor or an allegory for, like, her losing her innocence, this, that, and the other. And, like, I just think that's such a beautiful fucking thing. Because it's true. It's like, someone is pure until they just are faced with life. And, like, the uncertainty of it, the fucking distress, the stress, the disgusting nature of it, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, the Kill Bill. Like, you live life and you progressively lose innocence, basically. And I mentioned Kill Bill, sorry. I mentioned Kill Bill because I literally, a couple hours ago, I got off watching, like, the whole bloody affair that they did, like, a theatrical release for. Kill Bill is a good-ass movie, but I'm going to say part 2, because the theatrical release that just came out is, like, both parts put into one, kind of like the original Tarantino vision or whatever. The second part, holy crap, right after the intermission, that shit slows the fuck down. Like, I was watching that with a buddy of mine. This motherfucker started snoring at that part. Like, and this is, mind you, after, like, the intermission started. we're leaving to go get like a refill and use the bathroom and all that at the movies. Oh shit. um, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so gripped by this movie, this and the other." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude! Like I like this movie. I've seen it before when I was really young, and I wanted to watch it as a theatrical release." And like we went in again, and then he like started snoring, and I'm like, "Damn." I'm kind of like really receptive to other people when I'm hanging out with other people, to their reactions to things that we're experiencing. And when I feel that, I'm just like, damn, I can't help but let that kind of like bleed into me. I know that's not a great thing, but it's kind of like, just being an empath or whatever. Oh shit. I'm so fucking dead right now. Oops. Oh my god. Wow, I'm such a great video editor. But yeah, Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair, I would give it like a solid, I want to say 8 out of 10. It might drop down to a 7 out of 10 just because I don't know. It's not that dialogue heavy movies are bad, but it's just like when you have a part one that's so action packed and like boom, 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 and then you go to a second part that's like more dialogue driven, kind of like a lot more slower paced. And the movie is fucking almost 4.5 hours long. Holy crap. No, Tarantino, you should have fucking done something different. Cause damn. I do recommend you go watch it though. Like either at the theatrical release or just as 2 parts. It's a good movie. Kill Bill, would recommend. Would not recommend the FNAF movie. FNAF 2 to be specific. Holy fuck. Talk about the worst theater experience I've ever had. With the same friend, I saw this movie yesterday. I don't know if it just came out this weekend. I'm pretty sure it did. One, this movie was mid as fuck. I watch a lot of horror movies. I've seen so many fucking torture porn. Any type of horror movie, I've seen it. Martyrs is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And that is like bleak as fuck. FNAF 2? Oh my god. Mind you, I don't know anything about FNAF. Five Nights at Freddy's, for the people that don't understand. What the fuck was this movie? Like, Josh Hutcherson, you're kind of hot, but like, what the hell? This movie felt pointless as fuck. And if you don't know any of the lore, this movie just feels like fan service the movie. And like, I'm sure there's been plenty other movies that are like that, but holy crap. If you walk into this movie not knowing a damn thing about Five Nights at Freddy's, you're gonna walk into a crowd that like anytime a bobblehead boy gets his head ripped off, or Freddy Fazbear shows up, or the marionette shows up, everyone's like, oh, clap, 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 clap. Shut the fuck up. I literally had a group of teenagers behind me that weren't even teenagers. They were probably like 18, 19. Talking about every time something would pop up, they're like, oh, it's Chica. Oh, she's so sick. Actually, that was me in my head, sorry. But like, they would fucking mention every little reference. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, we're in a movie theater. I am totally for being like, oh, hell yeah. Like, this was a cool ass fucking experience in a movie theater. But like, pipe yourself fucking down. I'm talking about they were talking throughout the whole entire movie loud as fuck. And at one point, one of them burped out loud. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie, I'm like turnt AF. I don't even know how many shots I took, so. Or, excuse me, juice breaks. But honestly, yeah, that for the fucking FNAF movie, maybe I give it like a 3 out of 10. 4 being generous. It felt like a very, not even like a bad Goosebumps movie. That's what it felt like. Like if you've ever seen R.L. Stein's A Haunting Hour, the one with Lily Joel Osment, the girl that played Hannah Montana's best friend. There was a movie that they made that she was in it. She was like a goth girl. She had like a little brother, and there's this thing that comes out that's like a monster. Shit looks like a tremor, to be honest. It felt like one of those movies, but like those movies felt better than even this movie, because this movie just felt like a reference to the fucking movie. And you know what? Based off of that experience, I'm glad I did not watch the Minecraft movie. Like, I wanted to watch it just for the shits and giggles, But if it was like that, but worse, fuck no. No thank you. Speaking on old Disney Channel, just random reference for the day. Anyone watching? If anyone is watching, Johnny Capahala. Does anyone remember that shit? If you do, please leave a comment. Johnny Capahala. There was one where he was a surfer, and I swear there was a two where he was riding a longboard. Johnny Capahala. Anybody, please, thank you. I'm not crazy. I said that to my coworkers that were younger than me, and they were like, huh? And I instantly felt old as fuck. I'm 25, but holy shit, I felt old as hell. Big auntie vibes. I gotta close this out because I am starting to slur my words. I can feel it, literally. Like, I don't know if you can hear it, and I can feel it. So, ending words. Be a good person. If you're trans, you're fucking valid as fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You're fucking valid. Just like I'm valid, you're fucking valid. And if anyone says otherwise, bitch, I will fucking fight them. Send them, dox them for me, and I will fucking fight them. That's an exaggeration, but like, not really. Anyways, I think this is a goodbye. I'm so fucking drunk. I'm gonna leave this microphone right here. I'm gonna use my iPhone 6S with 16 gigabytes memory. And I'm gonna play an outro song. This is what's literally been demonetizing my videos. Like, I posted my first video and I got an instant demonetization notification. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, bitch, because I don't give a fuck about the money. That's my motto. I don't give a fuck about the money. But I do give a fuck about music. And if you're gonna demonetize me because I'm playing some music, guess what, bitch? Your asshole, my middle finger. Oh my god, you just got a rug burn. Sorry. But my outro song for the day, holy shit. Sleep Token. I mentioned Sleep Token. I will see you guys on the next time. Okay, bye.